Hey guys, it's me, Kristen. You guys may know me on Instagram as CurlFactor. So I decided to come in on my day off and just show you a quick little version of my wash and goes. So today what I did was I used the lovely DevaCurl line. As you guys know, I'm a Diva certified curl specialist. So I'm constantly rocking all the DevaCurl stuff, not just because that's how I was trained, but because it's absolutely amazing and I use that on all of my clients. So that's what I recommend. So I went ahead and used all of the Decadence line. I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like in case you haven't seen it yet. Decadence. Decadence is absolutely amazing. If you're a super curly, if you have texture like mine, all the way to like a very kind of looser telephone cord kind of curl, honestly, it works on majority of every curl type, except for super fine. It tends to get a little heavy, but I mean, maybe just use a little bit less, but this stuff is absolutely amazing. So today I went ahead and used the cleanse, which is called the No-Poo, as you guys may know already. Really just focus this on your scalp, you guys. I get a lot of clients that come in that tend to put shampoo or cleanser or No-Poo all over their whole head, and that's not what you want. Your hair is gonna get cleansed in the process anyway, so really just save product and focus this guy just at the scalp. You really wanna make sure that when you're using this that you're really doing a good massage, and you're also massaging it off because it can stick a little bit to the scalp, so for a nice, easy clean, get this guy off really nice. One condition is absolutely the best, especially in the Decadence line. This stuff is an absolute not detangle melter, like it's insane. It's great. So I went ahead and used this today in my hair when I was in the shower. I was actually gonna do a funny video and just step in the shower like fully clothed and do my wash and go, but I doubt anyone would have got the humor in that, but I don't know, I'm goofy as shit. So anyway, so one condition, I went ahead and used this with super wet hair. What I see a lot of clients doing is using their comb or a Denman brush or whichever. Stop. A lot of you guys are getting these single strand knots and fairy knots and all these, you know, knots, and it makes sense. You know, a comb is only doing what it's designed to do, which is to go through the hair and basically just go through. It's not gonna sit there and work out any tangle. It's not gonna be all gentle. So it's just gonna break. If it comes to a knot, it's gonna break it right there, and that's why you guys get those knots. One of the pieces has broken, and the other remaining piece has remained with the hair that is still intact with your head. It's kind of like when you have a wishbone, right? You have a friend holding one end, you're holding the other end. Whomever breaks the bigger piece is gonna have still a remaining of the other part of the wishbone, if that makes any sense. So that's exactly what's happening to your hair. I try to explain that to clients, totally get it. Hopefully you guys get it as well. So use this guy, it's absolutely amazing. I went ahead and rinsed this completely out of my hair. And then I'm actually gonna show you what styling product I use today. Product is Kinky Curly, the curling custard. This stuff is absolutely amazing. Some of my clients don't really necessarily like the consistency of it. They said it gets sticky or gets tacky. What you have to remember is you gotta put this on super wet hair. I do that with all of my clients in here at the salon. When they're at the bowl, I definitely make sure that their hair is nice and sopping wet. Any one of my clients that are watching this video can tell you how wet their hair is before I put product in, and it makes all the difference. That goes with any styling product basically. If you're stepping outside of the shower and then you're applying your product, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. Remember, your hair starts to dry very quickly. So the faster that you can get product into your hair is gonna respond better and you're gonna have a much more defined curl. So what I would suggest is bringing all your styling product into the shower with you, so that way it's a constant reminder right then and there, okay, put product in my hair right now, so that way your hair has a better shot of actually having some kick-ass curls. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is, my hair is already fairly wet, as you guys can see. It has a lot of motion and movement to it. But before it completely dries, I definitely wanna spray down a little area and show you guys how I apply my products. It's basically the same way that I'm sure a lot of you guys are applying your product out there. But to go back really quickly to the comb situation that I was telling you about before, I was saying no comb, no Denman, definitely use your fingers. Your fingers are the only way to be able to detangle properly without you losing a ridiculous amount of hair. I constantly compare the hair that I have in salon that sheds in the shampoo bowl with my clients in comparison to what they experience at home. And 9 times out of 10, I have clients that are like, oh my gosh, I have way more hair in my combs at home than I lost in here in salon. And that tells me a lot of things, that we're being too rough. A lot of times you're using a wide tooth, and even though it's a wide tooth, you're kind of hearing that snapping motion. Again, you guys, think about it. Our hair is very, very delicate. Our hair is a very soft fiber. So you really have to make sure that the less tension that you put on your hair is gonna be the better, okay? So I'm gonna spray down a little section of my hair, and then I'm gonna put in this lovely Kinky Curly so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna do this front area because it's easily available right now. I still have a little bit of conditioner up there, but okay, it's all good. It'll still dry fine. Let's spray this down. I'm gonna use my Kinky Curly. A lot of people really skimp out on the product. And I think what happens is we think like, oh, this stuff costs so much, and good products should cost you a nice amount of money. As you can ask some of my clients, I'm not a fan of your Tresemes, your herbal essences, all that stuff that you can get at a drugstore that is loaded with alcohol and plastics. Not good for your hair. Sure, it'll make your curls look great for a day, but over time you start to realize, why is my hair so dry? Why isn't it reacting the same? Maybe I just need to switch shampoo, or I need to switch product. No, you need to stop buying, drugstore products. Sorry. I have to beat you guys a little bit, just a little bit. All right, so my hair is super wet, so when you're applying product, you're definitely my hair's already detangled, so I can literally go from the root all the way out. Show you what this looks like. And that's basically it. That's a pretty true example of what my hair definitely does. It might look a little heavy just because I already have Kinky Curly in it. But that's it. And then you guys want to let your hair completely air dry, or you can sit underneath a hooded dryer. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to sit underneath the hooded dryer so that way you guys can see what this looks like when it completely dries. Because there's no point in doing it if I'm not going to show you, right? So I think that's what you guys wanted to see. It's very, very simple. There's nothing much to it. The key is, like I said, I'm going to grab a little bit more here. The key is to put product in your hair while it is very, very wet. Don't towel dry your hair at all at first. A lot of people do that too. They make that, I don't want to say mistake, but they do that, where they will dry their hair first. They'll step out of the shower, and then they'll dry their hair, and then they'll put product in. And you're instantly gonna get a more inconsistent curl, I feel like, because you can be wetter here, drier here, wetter here. So it's gonna all be a little bit different. If you have the same amount of moisture balance all over your whole head, you'll probably get a much better result and a much better consistency with your curl pattern. Hey guys, I'm back. So I was underneath my hair dryer for maybe about 20 minutes. Not too long, but hey, if you have to do it, you gotta do it. If you don't have time to sit under the hair dryer, and if you're on the road, you have a nice little commute before you go to work, what I would do, and this is what my wife does, she's notorious for this, is she turns on the heat in the car and points all the vents to the ceiling. And what it does is it kind of bounces off the ceiling and comes right back down and creates like this little micro climate bubble inside of the car. It's kind of hellish in the car, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my cheeks get super red and I'm getting hot, but my wife has a killer hair day, so I guess that's the sacrifice of marriage. But so yeah, so now my hair is completely dry. It kind of has this little, if you listen, I don't know if you can hear that. It has like a slight crunch to it. That's okay. A lot of products do what they call a curl casting. And what that's meant to do is to protect your curls. So if you live in a more humid climate like Louisiana, Florida, someplace where there's a lot of humidity in the air, It definitely kind of keeps your curls intact. And then what you do is you just scrunch it and kind of give it a good squeeze, and then it releases that. It might flake a little bit. Some products do, some products have no flakes. DevaCurl's Ultra Defining Gel is amazing for that, especially for you clients that hate gel. That is my favorite gel of all time. When I get clients in here who hate gel, I use that gel on them and they love it. So just have to say. So my hair is completely dry. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a good shake out because gotta get a little lift in there. Now, yes, this is, you know, freshly washed hair, so it's gonna be a lot shorter. I'm okay with that. I think you ladies should totally embrace your lovely, your short hair days. It gives you an opportunity to rock maybe a hat, or for it to look like you just cut your hair, but you didn't have to. And like I said, you know, we shouldn't be saying the, you know, the shrinkage, like, come on, we're not boys, right? Like, really, we shouldn't even be saying the word shrinkage. That doesn't even sound sexy coming out of our mouths, okay? So it doesn't even sound good coming out of guys' mouths. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna say happy curls. You've heard me say it before. These are happy curls, not shrinkage. If your hair does kick up, let's say kick up. Let's say that. If your hair kicks up a lot on your wash day, that's fine. It's holding on to that moisture, and that's completely okay. If you prefer to do a little stretching, please be advised that you can stretch a little too much. Take it from me, I used to stretch my hair. I used to kind of grab it super tight and pull all this out here and take like a blow dryer with a concentrator on high heat and just blast all this underneath here. And yeah, my hair would look long and kick ass, but it definitely, I started seeing little blue hairs kind of around my bathroom, and that's not what you want. You took your time to grow your hair out and to make it as healthy as possible, so you want to keep it that way. You don't want to grow it to a beautiful length and then start having heat damage because you're trying to get more length. So, you know, just saying. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just kind of fluff my hair out a little bit. I like it a little shorter on my wash days. It gives me more longevity because I can usually rock my wash and goes for at minimum 5 days. Yes, that is 5 days because I do pineapple at night. And even if I do sleep on it, let's be honest, my curls are super tight, so they can get a little roughed up, and it's not a bad thing. I'll be honest with you, I don't have a satin pillowcase, even though I definitely recommend that to my clients. I'll be honest, you know, doctors make the worst patients, okay? I'm being honest. But I don't have one, but I do pineapple my hair at night, so there's a little bit of a trade-off. Maybe I'll use a diffuser for a couple seconds so you guys can see what that looks like. DevaCurl made this really awesome diffuser. It looks like a hand. It's from the creative mind genius that is Dennis De Silva, who is one of the, he's the co-founder of DevaCurl. He's the man. So I'm gonna use that for a couple seconds so you guys can see what that looks like, and yeah, stay tuned. Hey, so here's the results. This is my wash and go. Remember, that was with No-Poo, that was with one condition, and that was also with Kinky Curly. That's it. Kinky Curly is the only styling product I use. You don't have to use 75 different products in your hair. Sometimes that's why it doesn't turn out right the first time. So, you know, just try with one thing. Start with one product and see, okay, that totally worked. Now let me combination that with maybe one other product, and then see where it's too much, see where you need to back off. That way you know what worked for you and what didn't, as opposed to just, you know, somebody suggests something and they suggest, you know, 7 different products. How are you gonna know if all of them work? You know, I'm just saying. So I went ahead and also had the blow dryer. One thing about blow dryers is we tend to call them blow fryers because they really do what they're supposed to do, and unfortunately our hair can be damaged in the process of that. So the blow dryer that I used, I went ahead and just, you know, lowered it way far down, almost like as if you just naturally drop your hands by your side. Have your blow dryer right around there. And all I did was I just tilted it up, angled my head a little bit, and I just used the air just to kind of just, you know, knock some wind into my curls just so they have a little bit more movement. Besides that, that's it. If you're gonna let it air dry, that is the best case scenario what you can let your hair do. I let my hair air dry all the time, even with clients. Like, I'll probably come in here a little bit early and just let it air dry. Or if I'm a little bit pressed for time, maybe I'll hop underneath the dryer for a little bit, maybe 10 minutes tops. Remember, a halo, not a tiara. You want it up high, you don't want it super low to avoid it damaging your lovely precious curls. But yeah, this is it. This is what the wash and go looks like. This is my first day curls, obviously. So a little shorter, a little more coiled, but I love it. And I'll give you the view, shake it around. You know, it moves. It's supposed to, you know, if you like tilt your head or give it a good shake, you know, you want it to move. Like, we don't want stiff hair. So hope this helps. I'm gonna be doing definitely a lot more videos. I know you guys have been so patient, and I'm really slacking on videos and tutorials. It's because I just don't know where to start. So I apologize. Like, I don't know. I've done YouTube on another avenue before, but this is completely different. So please be patient with me, and I'll just post, you know, what I think is gonna be beneficial, educational. That's what I'm all about. I definitely want to be the stylist on, you know, the stylist side on YouTube or whatever. I feel like there's so many amazing people on YouTube, but there's not that many of us as stylists who actually work with curly hair on a day-to-day basis. That's all I do. Every day is curls. And so I know a lot of you will probably have questions or requests for tutorials. I definitely want to hear it, because I want to know what you're interested in, so that way I can show you or give you tips or tricks or whichever. I just want to be that avenue for you guys to, you know, be able to refer to, especially because I have color in my hair. A lot of people ask about that. Can you color, you know, 4B, 4C hair? That's definitely my hair texture, my hair pattern. You can see my curls are like crazy tiny. Like, it's, so yes, you can. I'm typically blue from the root to the tip, but my roots have grown out so much, and I don't know, it's a different look to it. My wife likes it. That's primarily why I've kept it too. I mean, you know, she likes it, I like it too. So anyway, well, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys next time, and get those questions ready and those tutorial requests ready, because I want to know what you guys want to see, and I want to do something that maybe hasn't been done, or maybe if it's been done, maybe you guys can see a different way about it. So anyway, again, my name is Kristen. If you guys want to check me out on Instagram, I'm just under CurlFactor. You can see my work there. I post a lot of my clients that I take on a day-to-day basis, and it's just so much fun. So I'm just having a blast, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, all right, thanks guys.